questions being raised tonight about a new pilot program that'll give migrant families a reloadable prepaid credit card to buy food and baby supplies.
All right, it would replace the food boxes given to asylum seekers staying in hotels. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso has more on how it would all work.
Some migrant families will soon be given prepaid credit cards to buy food and baby supplies. The mayor's office says the city is partnering with Mobility Capital Finance to launch a more cost-effective program. Right now, the city has contracts with food services who provide non-perishable food boxes to shelters. They will start with 500 migrant families with children in short-term hotel stays. The cards can only be used at bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores.
We're just giving this migrant population more free stuff at the expense of New York City taxpayers.
In a statement, the mayor's office says, in part, quote, not only will this provide families with the ability to purchase fresh food of their culturally relevant diets and the baby supplies of their choosing, but the pilot program is expected to save New York City more than $600,000 per month or more than $7.2 million annually.
I'm not going to be thankful that a program that was bloated and inefficient is somehow cheaper to just give away free money to people in the hopes that they feed themselves.
It seems that New York has done it again. With the migrant crisis, that is. Eric Adams had a press conference where he announced that New York City is launching a $53 million program to hand out prepaid credit cards to migrants. Not to low-income residents, not to homeless residents, if you will, to migrants. Yes, that just shows you how much Eric Adams and the city of New York care about the people who have been living there for most of their lives. Eric Adams' administration will soon start handing out prepaid credit cards to migrant families being put up in the Big Apple. The $53 million pilot program run by the New Jersey company Mobility Capital Finance will provide asylum seekers arriving at the Roosevelt Hotel with the city cash to help them buy food. How much longer are we going to let this go on? When are people going to say enough is enough? The politicians they elected to run their cities do not care about them. This is just another kick in the ass, if you will, to residents who need help, okay? And the politicians don't care. And it goes on to say it'll start with the group of 500 migrant families in short-term hotel stays and will replace current food service offered there. So apparently the food service they're getting at these hotels isn't sufficient enough for them. You know, after all, they did come over the border and then went to New York. So they want what they want, and they want the money to buy what they want. So Eric Adams and the rest of the Democrats are going to cower and give them money to buy food. The cards can only be used at bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores, and migrants must sign an affidavit swearing that they will only spend the funds on food and baby supplies or they will be kicked out. Yeah, that's great. You have an illegal migrant living in your city on the city's dime, and they're going to sign an affidavit promising that they won't spend that money on anything else because you know who these people are. You know they're writing the correct name. Give me a break with this woke nonsense. And I'm pretty sure Kathy Hochul, the governor, is right on board with this. The Immediate Response Card Initiative appears akin to the state's food stamp program, dubbed SNAP. We all know what SNAP benefits are. SNAP benefits are for people who are very low income that need help feeding their family. And quite frankly, I don't have a problem with that if you need the assistance. But give the assistance to the residents, not the illegal migrants. I just don't understand why they're letting this happen and why they continue to let it happen when they claim to be sanctuary and they know they're getting zero assistance from Joe Biden and the federal government, but they're going to give the migrants free food stamps and let the other residents, I guess, just fend for themselves. I don't know. Well, I don't know what this Row NYC is. I don't know if this is a hotel or whatnot, but this may be a place that they're staying. It just baffles me that we're still dealing with this, and the federal government, which caused all of this mess, the open border policies of the Biden administration caused all this, they're letting it continue. And then it goes on to say the amount of each card will vary depending on the size of the family and whether any income is coming in. Where are they getting income from? They're homeless. They're illegals. How are they bringing in income? So that right there is a joke. A family of four, for instance, could be provided nearly $1,000 each a month, which comes out to $35 per day for food. Cards will get refilled every 21 days. Now, that says a family of four will be provided $1,000 each. Is it each member of the family or is it each family of four? See, that's a little shady to me. I don't know if it's a misprint, but I'm taking it as each member of the family. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But the bottom line here is this. This is wrong in so many ways when you have so many people struggling with the high prices, especially in New York City, struggling to find good work, struggling to pay their own bills and put food on their table, people who have resided in New York City for a long, long time, but the government doesn't care. We're going to take care of the migrants because they need a safe, comfortable place to stay, and apparently the hotel food they're getting isn't good enough. So we're going to give them money to buy what they want. So yeah, we know this all has arisen because of the Biden administration. Since 2020, the Biden administration has insisted on an open border policy, and millions of people have come over the border. We all know that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse with this, but now, because Eric Adams claims he's a sanctuary city, and he's begging for help from the Biden administration, and they're saying, too bad, you're on your own. They partnered with a New Jersey bank to give migrants, not city residents, migrants, free food stamps up to $1,000 a month for a family of four. And again, they have to sign an affidavit promising that they won't use it for anything else. But you saw in one of my past videos about this migrant crisis how the migrants are attacking police officers, getting arrested, and they're being let out with no bail. But that's okay. Okay, give them food stamps, because the ones that attacked the police officers, they might have been hungry because they weren't satisfied with the hotel food they were getting on the city's dime. $53 million pilot program for food stamps for illegal migrants. And I say illegal, they'll say they came here legally, just like the issue in Boston where they closed a rec center. The governor said they came here legally. Well, I beg to differ. I have a big problem with this, and you should too. And residents of New York should be up in arms about it. SNAP benefits are good for people who need help. Residents, legal residents, American citizen or not, if you came from a foreign country and you're here legally, there's no problem with that. You deserve help if you need it. But to tell the people of New York City that we are now giving food stamp cards to the migrants is absolutely insane. They might as well just make banners that say, your government does not care about you. You're on your own, We need to take care of the migrants because we're a sanctuary city. And the funniest part about that article was, it depends on, the money they give each family depends on whether they have money coming in. Where's the money coming in from? They came over the border with the clothes on their back and a backpack full of whatever. No identifications, no nothing. Where they working? They're not bringing in any money. Crime has skyrocketed, okay, because of this crisis. Homeless veterans have suffered in New York City because of this crisis. And the residents who are low income have suffered. But now they're going to suffer even more because Eric Adams and his woke administration and Kathy Hochul and her woke administration are determined to take care of illegal migrants instead of the people they were elected to serve. This all started at the top, and the top, unfortunately, is in the White House. And we all know they don't care. This is going to bring them votes. Next time there's an election, people, wake up and stop listening to their campaign bullshit, how they're going to turn things around and lower costs and take care of the residents. It's all lies. It's all fairy tales. They don't care about you. They care about a migration crisis because, one more time, it will bring them votes because, oh, Eric Adams gave us money. Let's vote for him. And we don't need an ID because voter ID, according to Democrats, is racist. This problem is not going to go away until our border is secure. Close it. Legal migration only. And yes, people will still get in illegally, but at the rate they're coming here, it cannot be stopped until the Biden administration wakes up and does something about it. And quite frankly, I don't ever see that happening as long as he's in office. This is getting out of control, and people should be outraged that all kinds of money now is being given to these illegal migrants for food because they weren't happy with the hotel food they were getting. They want to buy what they want. Absolute nonsense, and it needs to stop.